You bought the packs, so what now?
Greetings and hello there, everyone. It's me, your Star Wars dad, Nooch Too Good. After unlocking all of the, I can't get it. What is this? It's called the Lightspeed pack. All I can think of is Hyperdrive. After unlocking all of the Lightspeed packs for Rey and KYLO and Rey and the Radis and for Starkiller, and you may have done the same. You may have unlocked some of them, other ones. Then I got on and did a stream for 3.5 hours. The game is blowing up right now. Everything's going haywire. So you as a player, you purchased the Rey pack, and or you purchased the KYLO pack, and or you purchased the Radis pack, and or you purchased the Starkiller pack. What do you do now? So let's start at the beginning. We're gonna cover what teams go together, what characters go together. We'll talk about some of the mods. I'll direct you to some other resources for mods along the way. We'll direct you to some more stuff to farm. We're gonna talk about the whole thing, and I've got it right here. I've unlocked everything you can see on my roster. They've all got, I need ability upgrades. I probably need about 2,000 Omegas. I probably need about 2,000 more mods, and I need about 2,000 more Zetas. So the work is not done. There's work to be done, but what is that work going to be? Let's talk first about Rey, Galactic Legend Rey. So we'll go to our resistance here. If you look at the resistance, you know, you unlocked all the characters. If you unlock the Jedi Training Rey pack, then you've got Veteran Smuggler Han in there. But BB-8 and Jedi Training Rey are journeys that you unlock. So you had to unlock BB-8, and there's still some upgrading, some gearing up to do. And the same with Jedi Training Rey. There's going to be leveling and gearing up to do, and Zetas to get. So there's going to be time involved here. Plus, we have to take like Scavenger Rey to Relic 7. Somebody else to Relic 7 is maybe Finn to Relic. I can't remember. Jedi Training Rey has to go to Relic 7. So there is work to be done. There's a lot of farming to go on. But what are you going to do? Well, the good news is actually for both Rey and KYLO. If you were in a position in the game where you paid for those packs because you didn't have Rey and or KYLO, well, these guys are a pretty self-contained team, and I don't want you to don't get intimidated, because a lot of the content you're going to see out there right now, especially for Resistance, you're going to see Finn out there with Resistance Hero Finn, Resistance Hero Poe, then Rose and Zori Bliss, right? And you're thinking, I don't have Zori Bliss, or I can't get Rose ready. And the thing is, these are really, and I am cracking. I did a long stream today. My voice is starting to crack a little bit. But these are really end game teams. The Zori Bliss team really falls in the end game for those who have Zori Bliss. I do think if you're going to unlock this pack, you should farm Zori Bliss for sure to get her out there. And if we look at the Galactic Legend Rey team, well, all you're going to see on swgoh.gg are teams with Ben Solo, maybe Jedi Training Rey, then a couple of non-resistance characters. But I want you to know something. You can build, if you were at a point in the game where you paid for these packs to unlock them, you got the resistance, you can build 2 full teams from just resistance characters, and it's going to be very effective with where you are in the game. As you move forward in the game and as you move toward the end game, yes, you're going to mix in some characters, especially with Galactic Legend Rey. You know, a fun team really on was Galactic Legend Rey with Jawas. You know, they get that damage resistance, and they're throwing out thermal detonators, and it was a mess. Along the way, we've seen Sortie added to the teams, other droids as well. Maybe L3 has been there as well. But let's talk about a Galactic Legend Rey team once you get it from. So Galactic Legend Rey goes really well with Resistance Hero Finn, Resistance Hero Poe, Amilyn Holdo, and then like a Scavenger Rey, Resistance Trooper, Poe Dameron, maybe even BB-8 in there. That is a team that works really, really well for you in the early, you know, until you get like Kyber 3, Kyber 2. That team's going to function, maybe even in Kyber 3. It's going to function really well for you if you get some good mods on it. So you can build that team within your Resistance team, the Galactic Legend Rey team, but you could also build a Jedi Training Rey team / Finn team. Either one of them works as the lead. You can have Finn with Jedi Training Rey, BB-8, and you can put in like Poe Dameron in there, and Scavenger Rey or Rose Tico with an Omicron if you're in the right situation, or Resistance Trooper. the characters you should really leave out of these teams for sure, Resistance Pilot and the Vets don't really fit into any of these teams at all. They just don't go. But you could build a Jedi Training Rey, BB-8, Finn. You could put R2 on that team. R2 goes great in there with Jedi Training Rey, BB-8, and R2. That's a great 3v3 team that lasted for a long time in the game. You put Finn in there, he's a great tank. Put Poe Dameron in there to get some exposes. So you can build 2 full teams from your Resistance team, and you could do those pretty much right away, even before you get Galactic Legend Rey with her ultimate. And is she really useful without her ultimate? Rey really needs that ultimate. You know, with her ultimate, she makes the entire team, she gives the entire team damage immunity. Nobody can damage anybody on your team. She pops out of it and just mauls the other team with a big burst of damage. You're going to want to mod Rey once you get her for offense. You're going to want to mod Jedi Training Rey for offense or crit damage. You're going to want to mod the Resistance heroes for speed, Scavenger Rey for offense. Finn, you're going to want to mod for a lot of health and protection. Same thing with Eamon and Holdo. Other characters, take a look. I encourage you to go to swgoh.gg and take a look at the mods there. I also, and I'll put at the end of this video, I have old videos how to mod your Resistance and how to mod your First Order. I'm going to put both those video links at the end of this video, so stay attention. Stay tuned if you want to see videos for how to do that. I've also got a Starkiller Farming Guide Plus with a lot of stuff in there, so I've got guides on all these teams right now. Now let's go look at the First Order. The good news, once again, guys, if you look at swgoh.gg, you'll see you'll see a lot of side farms. You'll see Supreme Leader KYLO used with the Night Sisters like Daka and Zombie. Really, that's kind of it. You're not gonna see me maybe with Watt in there. But really, you can the primary Supreme Leader Kylo Ren team has been for a long time Supreme Leader Kylo Ren Unmasked, General Hux, Sith Trooper, and First Order Stormtrooper. Gives you a couple of tanks, they taunt automatically. Hux passes some turn beat around, Sith Trooper is doing all the assisting and AoEing to feed Supreme Leader Kylo Ren's ultimate. You can build a team for Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. I'm still using it at Kyber 4, at high levels of Erodium. It's just the basic First Order team. And you can build a secondary team. Captain Phasma, First Order TIE Pilot, maybe Kylo Ren in there. You put First Order Officer, Executioner. Boom, you have a secondary team. You can sub in First Order Special Forces TIE Pilot for Kylo Ren if you want to use Kylo Ren like on his own as a solo artist. And you're going to probably go for the Omicron and Captain Phasma for TW, Territory War. And there's an Omicron and First Order TIE Pilot for Grand Arena. And both those Omicrons are transformative for this secondary First Order team. They really bring that team to the forefront. You're always going to have the Phasma lead, whether you're in Grand Arena or in Territory Wars, but those Omicrons really make that secondary team hum, and you're not going to be able to get a lot of success out of those teams without the Omicrons in text. So, First Order TIE Pilot for Grand Arena, Captain Phasma for Territory Wars. How do you mod everybody? Kylo Ren Unmasked, you want to have a lot of health and maybe defense. You're not looking for protection, health and defense. First Order Stormtrooper, health and protection. Hux is going to want a bunch of speed. First Order Officer, a bunch of speed. You're going to want to mod Phasma for a bunch of speed. Those 3 guys for speed. Get as much health and protection on Phasma as you can get. Kylo Ren's going to be offense. You might be able to move speed into him as well. He does stack a lot of offense. I pretend to prefer an offense set on him. His AoE he does only does not crit, so it just does base damage. So offense fits really well on Kylo Ren. Sith Trooper, crit damage set on him. First Order Executioner, all health. All health. He does damage and he stacks health, and his damage is based on his health. So you want to mod First Order Executioner, health, health, and health, and health, and health. Maybe a crit damage triangle. First Order Special Forces TIE Pilot really is mainly there just to be a pilot, honestly. You kind of mix in, match him in there, just kind of an extra piece, not really there for much. And First Order TIE Pilot's going to be an offensive mod set. And Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, speed, speed, and speed. You want him to do as much siphoning as possible, and that covers your First Order. Again, guys, I'll have the videos at the end of this one. I'll put the Starkiller one up here in the meantime as well. Let's take a look at Starkiller. So I just unlocked this, guys. Mara Jade. Okay. Mara Jade out of the Starkiller farm. You got Mara Jade. I really wish there was a button to pull up the Starkiller farm right in front of it, but there's not. Mara Jade goes on the Starkiller team. You're gonna have Palpatine, Mara Jade, Starkiller. Then you're gonna have a couple others. In Territory War, you can use Juhani. Juhani has an Omicron that you use in Territory War that is really good on that Starkiller team. Where is he? Johnny, not activated. There's Juhani down there. In Grand Arena, you can put, let me get back to this, online force user. In Grand Arena, you can put, yeah, I'm trying to think of some folks here. You want Old Ben is a great fit in Grand Arena. I've seen Scavenger Ray on teams, but honestly, one of the best fits in here in Grand Arena, and actually the best fit, Visa Smar and Barriss Offee. Barriss fitting as your Jedi, and with Barriss's Zeta, whenever anybody in team takes damage, they recover 20,000 health. I think that's what it is. Is it 20,000? Let's pull up Barriss and take a look at her. Well, she's not an online force user, so it'd be hard to find her there. Barriss Offee, where is that Zeta? Right here. Okay. So Barriss Offee with her swift recovery. Whenever an ally is critically hit, that ally recovers 20% health, and Barriss gains 10% turn meter. Sorry about that. So 20% health. So if they're not getting hit for more than 20% of their health when they take damage, they're actually going to recover more health than the damage they take. And Barriss Offee fits really well in there. So Palpatine, Mara Jade, Starkiller, Barriss Offee, and Visa Smar. You could put Old Ben in instead of Barriss, because you've got to have one dark side online force user, which is Mara Jade, one dark side Sith, which is going to be Palpatine, one light side online Visa Smar, one light side Jedi, which is going to be Barriss Offee or Old Ben. In Territory Wars, Juhani fits the Jedi role better in there. Now, what about the other guys? What about Kyle Katarn, Dash Rendar, and Darth Talon? Let's go talk about Darth Talon first. Darth Talon has some tremendous abilities in here that mix well on a lot of Sith teams. At the start of the battle, she gains stealth for one turn. They all gain max health, offense, and speed. Whenever she falls below 100% health, they gain retribution. If a target enemy is inflicted with isolated or pain, and this is in Grand Arena, her attacks gain additional effects. Whenever she defeats somebody that helps out, isolate. Darth Talon's attacks lower D. So she does a lot of great stuff for a lot of different Sith teams. She can also keep the leader alive when they get damaged, because the first time they would be defeated. They dispel all debuffs, recover 100% health, gain 100% turn meter. So Darth Talon really, you can put her on like a Darth Malgus team. I've seen her there. She fits probably best right now on a Sith Traya team. A team like Sith Traya, Nihilus, Scion, Savage Opress, Darth Talon, near galactic level capabilities on that team to get out there and perform for you on defense or offense. Darth Talon does a lot on some other Sith teams. So before I get into Kyle Katarn and Dash Rendar, I think that brings up a good point with Starkiller. You're going to need to farm some other characters with Starkiller, like just to use 3 of the 4 characters, because Mara Jade goes on the Starkiller team. To use 3 of the 4 characters, you're going to have to farm some external teams. And Darth Talon goes with Sith. Now let's take a look at your boy and mine, Kyle Katarn. Kyle Katarn really, the best home for him is going to be on a Mon Mothma team. So Mon Mothma with Kyle Katarn, and then you look at Cara Dune, Mon Mothma, Kyle Katarn, Cara Dune, Pow with the Zeta, and Hoth Rebel Scout. Let me make sure it's Scout. I always get this mixed up. I'm 99% sure it's Scout. You look at the basic ability, there it is, a 25% chance to gain 40% chance to gain 25% turn meter for all allies. All the assisting they do, Scout's going to come in there and assist with the basic, and there's a 40% chance for everybody to gain 25% turn meter. And Pow is doing the same thing with the Zeta, feeding that turn meter. Now you can do alternate teams. If you put Kyle Katarn in with Mon Mothma, it's going to do a lot of great work. You can have, like I said, Cara Dune's a great fit. Biggs and Wedge are a good fit for where you probably are in the game. Other characters you can put on that team as Rebel Fighters. Let's go pull up some Rebel Fighters. Here we go. If you got Mon Mothma, I'm going to talk about these Leia requirements. Drogon goes with Leia. Biston is not a bad fit on there. Scarif Rebel Pathfinder is also not a bad fit on a Mon Mothma team. So those are some characters that can fit really well into a Mon Mothma team. K2S, so you can put any of the Rogue One guys in there as well. But generally you can see a lot of Biggs and Wedge, Kyle Katarn, Pow, Hoth Rebel Scout, Cara Dune, and then Biston and Scarif Rebel Pathfinder will be the most common characters you see on a Mon Mothma team. Without Mon Mothma, just go find a nice little Jedi team that's on your roster and slide him in there. Maybe Jedi Knight Revan team, something like that. He'll fit really well into that on your roster. Then we finally going to take a look at Dash Rendar here. Dash Rendar is a scoundrel. He's got a great leader ability, especially in Grand Arena. His leader ability makes everybody prepared all the time. And while in Grand Arenas, if an ally loses prepared, they gain prepared. So they start out prepared. Let's see, where is it here? But they enter the battle prepared. And whenever they lose prepared, they gain prepared. Now, what does that do? That does different things for different scoundrels. But let's talk about the primary one you probably want to have on your team. And his name was Vandor Chewbacca. And I don't have him on this roster here. I don't even have him farmed. So that's a problem. This has got an extra character I need to farm. Vandor Chewbacca. Let's see here. If any allies or coverage protecting how much I become makes so much money. I was like, when another light side scoundrel ally is defeated, if revive the ally at 60% health, if Chewbacca is prepared, then he's no longer prepared. But guess what? He gains prepared again. And it turns this Dash Rendar team into a constant cycle of lots of AoE damage and lots of preparedness and lots of revives and lots of damage. Hey, by the way, you were able to get your hands on L3 with this pack, with the Radis pack. She fits right into that Dash Rendar team. She can also fit onto a Galactic Legend Ray team. She's an initial taunt. She taunts initially, does a great job for a lot of stuff, and just stays taunting. That could be a real tough thing to deal with on both of those teams. Young Lando, you can fit in there, I guess. He's a scoundrel. You want to get a bunch of scoundrels in there with Dash Rendar. Probably the best teams are going to have L3 and Vandor Chewie on them, and you're going to get, I think people mix in a lot of different scoundrels on these teams, but you can find some guys who do damage. I know that Hondo Onaka is a popular choice, to mix it on Dash Rendar if you get him upgraded as well. So there you go, guys. And how are you going to mod? Starkiller is modded for offense and crit damage. You want to mod Mara Jade for speed and potency. Dash Rendar is going to be speed and offense, I think. I might have that wrong. You might have some potency on there as well. And I'm not sure with Kyle Katarn exactly, honestly. I'm just going to be flat with you guys. And I'm not 100% sure on Dark Talon as well. I'd encourage you to go use swgoh.gg to look those up. You'll find the most frequently used mods by the top players in the games for those characters. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations on playing this game and getting to a point where you can unlock 2 Galactic Legends for about 40 or 50 bucks, basically. So there is work to do. You got to go farm Palpatine on the First Order team. You've got to farm some stuff. It's not like this is completely given to you. It's just 90% given to you. So go out there and get your Rey, go out there and get your KYLO, go out there and get your Starkiller. Realize that these are, the 2 Galactic Legends are very much able to function within themselves until you get some more characters on your team later in the game. Go start farming Zori Bliss today. You're going to want that. With your First Order fleet with Finalizer, make sure you're farming TIE Echelon in addition to all the other fleets. That's something I didn't point out. With the First Order, because there was no First Order fleet pack, right? The Radis pack was there, so you got all the Radis ships and you're ready to go. The First Order fleet, you didn't get it. So you got to get the shuttle, TIE Fighter, TIE Silencer, and some Bounty Hunter ships, and you have to get, let's see, you got to get the Houndstooth, Xanadu Blood, and I think Slave One, and then you've also got to get Darth Vader's TIE Fighter, the TIE Advanced, get those all up to 7 stars in order to unlock the Finalizer. But to make that Finalizer fleet really hum, you need to farm the TIE Echelon. That is what, when you get the Finalizer to 7 stars, TIE Echelon is what enables you to defeat the Executor, and I got a lot of content on that from Grand Arenas and just a straight up video about it. So, there you go. A lot of things are at your disposal. By buying these packs, you probably added 3 or 4 months farming for those farms. You're not gonna get the stuff done overnight. You got a lot of Zetas you need, you got a lot of Omegas you need, you got a lot of Omicrons you need, you have a lot of stuff you need to get those teams fully ready and get ready to farm your Galactic Legend Rey, Galactic Legend Kylo Ren. You need a bunch of mods to unlock Starkiller, and then you'll need a bunch of Zetas and Omicrons after that once you get them upgraded and relicked off. So this is a great day for the game. I know that some people are objecting, and I get it. I understand the challenges of I just farmed this character and now it's free, or I'm free to play and I'm not going to change that. People get them. Grand Arena is going to change. Grand Arena is going to look very, very different going forward, but overall, the rewards and the payoffs for the game are gonna far, far, far outweigh the trade-offs here. So boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, let me know in the comments what you're planning to do. I'd love to hear about it. I hope you have a great day. I will talk to you soon, and always remember, did I click it? Always remember, my computer needs to be rebuilt, and Nooch too good.